Hey everyone, welcome back to Chessway. In today's video, we're looking at a really interesting game played between Wilhelm Steinitz and an unknown opponent back in 1863. All right, the game starts with e4 and e5, then knight f3, knight f6. White continues with d4, challenging the center. Black captures, but instead of taking back, white pushes e5, attacking the knight. The knight goes to d5, and now white captures the pawn with the queen, still attacking that knight. Black defends with c6, but white keeps up the pressure with bishop to c4. Already, black's position looks uncomfortable. There's just no good way to defend that knight, and if it moves, knight g5 is coming, targeting the weak f7 pawn. So black plays queen to b6, offering a queen trade and attacking the b2 pawn. Taking the knight with the bishop would be fine, but Steinitz calmly plays queen e4. Black uses that moment to play bishop c5, threatening a check on f2, but white simply castles short. Now that the bishop is out, black retreats the knight to e7, and here comes knight g5, putting more pressure on the f7 pawn. If black castles short here, queen takes h7 would be checkmate. If black pushes d5, white can capture en passant. If bishop takes, knight takes f7 with a double attack. Maybe f6 is an option, but after pawn takes f6, it's still very dangerous. So black plays g6, probably thinking it protects h7, but it doesn't solve the problem. Knight takes f7 anyway, attacking the rook. The rook moves to f8, and then knight d6 check. Beautiful coordination. Black can't capture the knight with the bishop because after pawn takes back, the position completely falls apart. So the only move is king to d8. Now Steinitz plays queen to h4, pinning the knight, preparing to attack, and also setting up bishop g5, which interestingly protects the knight as well. If bishop takes the knight, the pawn recaptures, and the black knight will still be lost. At this point, it's hard to find a good move for black, but they play queen to c7. Not a bad idea, trying to remove that knight that's locking the entire position, but this right here is a big mistake. Sure, bishop g5 would be a solid move, but Steinitz had something far more brilliant in mind. He sacrifices his queen. Queen takes knight check. Incredible calculation. The king has to take the queen, and then bishop g5 check. The king has no moves, so the rook has to block. If the bishop captures, the king can escape to f8, but Steinitz already saw that. He continues with pawn check. Now the king has three possible moves, but every single one leads to checkmate. If the king takes the knight, bishop f4 is checkmate. If the king goes to d8, pawn to f7 is checkmate. And if the king goes to f8, bishop h6 is checkmate. A clean and beautiful finish. What a masterpiece by Steinitz, starting with a queen sacrifice and finishing with perfect coordination among all attacking pieces. With just a pawn and a knight as his starting tools, he completely broke through black's defense. It just shows how Steinitz, like Fischer years later, always knew how to turn the smallest chance into a winning attack. When the position opened up, he never hesitated. All right, chess lovers, that's the game for today. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe learned something new from this old classic. Thanks for watching, and see you again on Chessway.